Hi, my name is Stacy Dixon. I have been a stylist with Color Street since March of 2018. I just wanted to do a new application video since our packaging has changed in the last year. So I wanted to show what comes in a package, how to prep your nails, how to apply, and I also wanted to talk about overlays since these have been new since our last instructional video, and I'll show you how those apply and how they work. So let's go. Okay, so in a package of Color Street, the back just stays open. You will have an alcohol prep pad, nail file, and your nail strips. With your nail strips, there will be 2 sets of 8, which are double-sided. So I'm going to set that. I'm going to open our file. For all of you wondering, the reason our packaging changed is because Color Street went automated. So these all go through automated packaging versus being hand packaged. So another thing I like to have is a rubber tip cuticle pusher. If there's any kind of wrinkles or bubbles or anything, you can push them out. So what you do first is, if you have ridges on your nails, I have one that has a ridge, you can buff them out with a nail block or file. So you'll want to wipe your nails down with an alcohol prep pad. If your nails are oily, which happens with people who have really, really healthy nails, wash with Dawn dish soap first to help get a little more of the oils, and then use a prep pad. Now you can see my nails are all different lengths, and that's okay because these will fit all of these nails. So to size them up, what you're going to want to do is open the package, and it just has a little tear tab. Remove them from the package, and you're going to see you have 2 sets. So you're going to want to line these up. I happen to know which ones fit mine, but what you want to do is line them up and see what is going to fit your nail size. Now you're just going to want to go a little bit bigger versus smaller, because when you stretch them, you can tear them, and it's a whole lot easier to trim off extra than it is to try to stretch them. So that's the one my pinky nail uses. I'm going to go through and nail, middle finger, pointer, ring finger. So those are the sizes that I use. So I'm going to show you how these go on. All you do is you peel off. This is a clear coat that helps keep the moisture. These are 95% dry on a strip, so they take about half an hour to cure the rest of the way. The first way you can do this is just simply peel it off. Let me get this. Sorry. Peel it off, remove the tab, and then get it back further. What you're going to want to do is stick that on your nail, and you're going to want to get it as close to your cuticle as you can without it going on your cuticle, because it will lift when it starts to grow if it's stuck to your cuticle. Smooth it down, and then just bend it over the edge. Use your other thumbnail to cut down. Now you're going to want to start from your pinky and head to your thumbnail, because you're using your thumbnail as a tool in this application. And then you have all of this left. Waiting for it to focus here. You have all of this left, so you're going to go and turn it around on this finger and use it on this one. Now this one's going to be a little big for this finger, and I'll show you how to trim. So you can see that on this side it goes over, over my cuticle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel the edges off on the end, just the way I did on the other side. Discard the excess, and then you can take a cuticle pusher or even your other thumbnail. A lot of times I'll just use my other thumbnail, trim that excess off, and that's it. I'm going to do the same thing on this other side because I've got a little bit of extra. And it is as easy as that. Now, I do want to talk about the overlays. I'm going to put one more on, and then we'll talk about overlays. While I'm putting the second one on, I want to talk about another technique that some of us use, and it's called the anchoring method. And what you'll want to do is put it the opposite direction on this shiny side. And this kind of helps hold on to it. It gives you a little more control over where it's placed. So what I'm going to do is hang on to this and just line this up. And stick it down. Now you can see if it's a little bit off, you can reposition it. I mean, you don't have a lot of time to reposition it, but you can. And then, like I said, just make sure it's not on your cuticle. And then you can peel this back. And then underneath. You can also use a file to trim these if you don't want to use your thumbnail. And then you can turn around and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now we're going to talk about overlays. These overlays are clear with a print on them. It's just a way to kind of kick your manicure up a notch. And these go on exactly the same way as a regular strip. Now, one thing you can do, and I'll show you how to do on this one, is you can flip them to go the direction that you want. You could send them sideways, this way, however you want to do it. You know, you could have the leaves coming in from the side, from up, whichever direction you want. This one I'm going to put on just standard, and then this one I'll show you how to do the trim to make it go a different direction. So I'm just going to peel it off, take the tab off, and then you just stick it right over top of your other nail strip. Now these, you do want to be careful. You want to have them placed right, because sticking on top of the other ones, you cannot reposition them very easily. And you can see that with the look that this gives. I'm just going to trim it the same way as the other one. And that's really it. It gives a nice, okay, so I'm going to turn this around, do the same thing on the other side. I want to make sure to line it up, because I want on this side, because I want the whole leaf to show. And it's going to show a little bit of the other ones, which I like. So we're just going to tear underneath. And it does have a little bit of extra. So on that extra, I am just going to use my thumbnail and trim it off. And that is it. So I'm going to show you how to do this one. I want to use so that the leaves are coming down from the top versus from the bottom. You could also go the side, which I'm actually kind of liking, which is what I'm going to do, I think. I'm going to go from the side now that I'm doing this. So you peel it off. On this, I'm going to fold this in half and cut it in half, just so it's a little easier to work with when you're using them sideways or upside down. Now, if you're going to use them upside down, what you would do is to put them on and then just use your thumbnail and trim all the way around, which is what I'm going to do to use them sideways as well. So this, you're going to want to just peel the clear layer off, and then I'm just going to line it up the way that I think is going to look the best, and stick it down. And you're going to see there's a lot of excess on my cuticles all over the place, but by the time we trim them, you will never know. Now, for doing this, you can also use a cuticle pusher or an orange stick or anything like that to just kind of score it and pull it back, and it'll just peel right off. Now, the best time to do a Color Street manicure is right before bed, because then you've got overnight to cure. Now, the other thing you can do is take your file, and if you're going to file these to get this excess, you're going to want to file straight down, not side to side, because you'll pull it. You're going to want to file straight up and down, just straight, push it straight, well, not up and down, just straight down, and you'll see the excess, and then that'll just peel right off. And you're done. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'm going to finish up this manicure, and I'll add a picture to the end. I'll see you soon. Okay, so we're here to look at the finished product. This is what this mani turned out, and it took maybe 15 minutes, including prep time, and you can see we've got a salon finish without going to the salon or paying salon prices. This product is phenomenal. I've loved it from day one. If anyone would like a sample, please let me know, and I can get one headed your way. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment.